Hello there, Internet. Mogwai here. Hope you had a fine weekend and hope you're ready for some zombies, because that is what we're going to be doing today. We have to go all the way back down here to the past and bring back a deck that I showed off a month ago on my channel, and I'm going to bring it back for today because I only did one video on it and I think it honestly deserves more, because I've been playing this bad boy recently in Mythic rank in best of 1, because that is the environment that this deck list is tuned for. It is a zombies undergrowth deck list, which is mainly black, but does have a bit of a splash of green. And I'm going to explain a little bit what this bad boy is all about. As you can tell, a zombie deck. There's obviously zombie synergy. We have the likes of Death Baron to promote a rather aggressive strategy, as we have a bit of a low curve here with the Diagraph Ghoul and the Stitcher Suppliers, all the way up to Midnight Reaper, which enables us to push a lot of damage, especially because Glowspore Shaman on top of that has 3 attack. Which enables us, like I said, to push a lot of damage against control decks, but a deck that also can fall back and deny aggro decks from killing you, which is generally a good thing. You know, if they can't kill you, you tend to win the game. So yeah, it does both things, and it's actually surprisingly efficient at that. We have 2 copies of Crawl Foragers, which are not zombies because of the prevalence of mono red aggro decks in the best of 1 environment. And as you can tell here, it is a mainly creature, a heavily creature-based sort of Golgari list, with only 3 Liliana Untouched by Death and 1 Eldest Reborn as our non-creature spells. Everything else is a creature because we want to promote and enhance our undergrowth synergy as much as we can, right? So, like I said, we have a low curve with Diagraph Ghoul, Stitcher Supplier. Then we have Glowspore Shaman, who's not a zombie, Death Baron, who is a zombie, Midnight Reaper, Liliana, Ravnica Chupacabra, Eldest Reborn, Crawl Foragers, Underrealm Lich, 2 Lotleth Giant, and 4 Molder Hulk. So, the vast majority of our creatures are zombies, but there are exceptions, as you can tell, with the Glowspore Shaman, the Ravnica Chupacabra, and the Crawl Foragers. And the reason why we've incorporated these onto these lists is because we need Glowspore Shaman to enable our undergrowth tactics. We need Ravnica Chupacabra for removal in the form of a creature so that it doesn't hinder our undergrowth synergy, and we also run Crawl Foragers because of the prevalence of aggro decks, as this card right here can single-handedly enable you to defeat mono red aggro, like on its own. It can just win you the game versus them, as you can pack up a huge healing play that just makes them cry every time, and that is always a wonderful thing. That's what we play Magic for. You know, we want to make our opponents cry. That is the primary objective. So the cool thing about this deck is that we have Lotleth Giant. Lotleth Giant is one of my favorite win conditions in Magic because people don't expect them, and it's hilarious because I had literally had a match when I was playtesting this deck earlier. I had a match versus a Grixis control deck, and that guy flipped Bolas twice. Nico Bolas the Ravager. He flipped him twice, and not a single time did he think about stealing my Lotleth Giant with it. Instead, he kept resurrecting his Nicol Bolas for some reason. You know, mythic level plays. The whole point of this little story right here is to let you know that people don't really expect Lotleth Giant, and even if they see him in your graveyard, they don't tend to take the time to read it and understand what it does, because people are kind of lazy, you know. That's the conclusion that I reach. And when you play him, you just one-shot them, and it's absolutely glorious. We do have 1 Eldest Reborn to enable us to resurrect it, and in that particular case, like the reason why I said my opponent, you know, it was weird I didn't do it is because I had an Eldest Reborn on the board, right? So he could play around what I was going to do, but because he didn't know what Lotleth Giant did, he just kind of ate that 11 direct damage to the face, right? And that is one of the cool things about this deck list. It can, you know, prevail in both a short or a dragged out game, and it has a pretty good game against both fast and slow strategies, and it's a very, very fun deck to play at that. We're running a almost full-on zombie package because of Death Baron and because of Liliana Untouched by Death. Her +1 and her ultimate abilities, well, all of her abilities really revolve around zombies, right? And she really benefits from your deck being high-packed with them in that regard, but of course, exceptions must be made so that this deck can function properly. And overall, it's a very fun deck list that it puts in a lot of work, but I do recommend it more for best of 1, as it does lose out a bit in a best of 3. Like in the best of 3 metagame, I just think it has worse matchups. It doesn't do as great versus mid-range a lot of times, and it shines more and more, you know, polarized matchups overall. But like I said, you can try it in best of 3 as well. I haven't designed a sideboard for it yet, but you know, you got to try to, I mean, I would suggest some play crafters here and there, but, you know, duress is a good idea, but at the same time, you don't really want to fall back on your creatures, right? Like the idea of the undergrowth deck, and what I've said for a long time, is that undergrowth decks require a heavy investment in creatures in regards to deck building, because otherwise the deck list just loses a lot of power, right? And people make a lot of mistakes around this, idea when they sort of try to build this themselves, and that's my own experience with the archetype, right? And without further ado, let's stop rambling. That's 5 minutes. I think that is more than enough. Let's hop onto ranked. Let's try to climb from the dumpster tiers. I kind of fell backward a bit in my last stream. I tilted it to oblivion and back, and I'm not sure where I am right now. I think I should be like 89, 88. That's depressing. I must have decayed. I mean, it's my first game of the day, so I guess it makes sense, right? But oh, this hand. Oh my goodness. This is a keeper. And I think I don't have to explain why this hand is a keeper. We're gonna drop a swamp, play our Stitcher Suppliers at 5 frames per second, and we're gonna drop Liliana and 2 creatures onto the graveyard. When I get two or more creatures onto the graveyard, that's a good milling effect, at least through my standards. What we're gonna do here is we could attack with the Stitcher Supplier, but I'd rather keep it as a blocker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the Overgrown Tomb, pay 2 life for it, and play the Glowspore Shaman. We're not going to return a land, even if we could, because we have more than enough. And we're not going to attack, because we want to keep this Stitcher Supplier as a blocker. Plus, next turn we can drop the Death Baron, and then we can get some powerful damage going on, as both this unit, at least, well, this one won't. So, not really that much damage, actually. I can push 2 damage at least, potentially. Or I can have a more efficient blocker, Options are options. Glowspore Shaman, not really that great here in regards to, like, board presence, because her 1 health really is really underwhelming for her here. Okay, so what do we have? We have a Molder Hulk in our graveyard. We have a total of 5 creatures in there already, which means that this is Memorial to Fall that can put in the work later down the line. What we're going to do now is we are going to drop a Swamp. And we could play the Death Baron, but I'd rather play the Midnight Reaper. The reason why I would rather play the Midnight Reaper is because I want to be able to refuel. I'm not going to be pushing damage. As of right now, my only zombie on the board is a 1/1, so there's not really much going on around that. As the second Legion's landing goes down, from next turn onwards, he's going to be able to threaten this for flipping, and I don't really want that to happen, but there's not much we can do about that. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that at all. We can play the Death Baron, though, and drop the Memorial to Folly tapped. And call that. We could push some damage here, but we need to regroup. We need to make sure that we can block with everything. Obviously, he's threatening quite a bit of damage, but the cool thing is that every single one of my... Like, these 2 have Death Touch. Yeah, that's quite a bit of pressure. I mean, standard best of 1 things, right? So we're going to do the following. We're going to block with you. We're going to use the Glowspore Shaman to block into the Tide Taker or one of those. I want to keep the Midnight Reaper, but at the same time, I don't want to get obliterated. So I think I actually have to just block with all these. Leave this around, because this lowers his board state the most. Keep this Death Baron right here. Yeah. Alright, so let's mill a little bit. And let's draw a little bit more. Okay. So there's the Lotleth Giant. We're still 3 turns away from casting it, but this there is the Craw Foragers. That's very nice to see. Alright, so what do we do here? Liliana, untouched by death. Unfortunately, I mean, I can play her now, and I can use her ultimate to cast one of my Stitcher Suppliers, which can trade into one of these again, but I'm not sure I want that. The problem is I can't really play this alongside anything else. So, okay, regardless of what I do here, okay, I could, okay, so here's something I could do. Molder Hulk is... Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3. Molder Hulk is what? It's a lot. Okay, so let me drop that first. Then I guess I could play... I'm gonna play the Crawl Foragers just because he can attack me with the Tide Taker, but it buys me some time. I need some more mana to play around with this because next turn I can activate Memorial to Folly. I'm gonna use this Crawl Forager to block with the Hunted Witness. I'm gonna try to slow him down a little bit, and we're trying to live. You know, we want to survive. I will survive. Alright, we draw a lot of lands here, but that's fine. Like I said, we could go Molder Hulk here. How many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 units, which means that if we Memorial to Folly this, we can do that and return it. That's one of our options. One of our other options is to play the Glowspore Shaman and Liliana Untouched by Death. Or we could just Liliana into Molder Hulk. I think I like that the most, right?
Care to meet my backup? Open the graves!
Alright, he's buying me more time.
Well, they aren't useful to me alive.
No other sources of green mana though. Lotleth Giant represents, you know, a big power play here, but like I said, I gotta stabilize. I gotta try to stabilize, I gotta try to defend here. We have 4. Chill. I was thinking there, because I could have returned one of my... Like, I need to continue to refill here, right? But as long as I keep Liliana safe...
I value moral
flexibility. that was, like I said, a tough turn there. I think I'm gonna... Alright, let's see. I'm gonna attack there, and I just, like I said, I need to stabilize here. I need to, as long as I can protect. Yeah, he's happy with this stalemate, and the thing is, he can't drag this out forever.
I have a deliciously morbid idea.
Alright, so now I want to bring the Underrealm Lich, I think. I have a total of 6-8 mana. Means that I can't play him this turn, so I should just okay, let's think here. I'm gonna continue attacking, trying to push some damage on him. There we go. That is exactly what I want to see. Beautiful. Setting up the Lotleth giant kill. And like I said, that stalemate with Liliana on the board. Not only mono red aggro, baby, also mono white wieners. Just stall them out, build up a solid board, and they can't power through it. Get a strong opening, too. Take nothing from nobody is our next opponent. I like that philosophy, and we are going to keep this hand. We have turn 1 Ghoul, the turn 2 Glowspore Shaman. The rest of the hand is a little bit but we can make it work. That match took a while though, didn't it? 12 minutes, that's fine. Alright. I took a while in certain plays there because I had several options. Like, I could have played the Chupacabra earlier, but I think setting up the board was more important. This may be a control matchup, in which this hand is not that bad. Okay, no, that's Sultai. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna attack first. And then I'm going to play the Shaman, because it threatens more damage. This is gonna cast down that, okay. No, we're gonna decline that. We have enough lands as of now. Okay, 3 creatures. Oh boy. I don't really have an answer for that. Right now, like I need a Chupacabra here. Yeah, this is a problem. Not gonna lie, this is a huge problem. Not sure. I mean, he's kind of helping me mill in a way. Yikes. Well, at this point, we gotta try to smork him. He's taking our cards. He's taking our gems! But we can't really do nothing about it. Man, he keeps sending lands to my graveyard. That's annoying, though.
The etchings prove my...
I mean, I don't know what he plans to achieve with this.
Wait till you see what I've got planned for you.
But, yeah, cool. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. I mean, I'm not even gonna... Like... What is this gonna do against me? Like, yeah, you're gonna mill yourself. Cool story, bro. Question is just how impactful is this Thief Vicinity against me? He's taking so many lands though, it's crazy. Like, he's milling, like, the idea is it should be helping me in a way, but he's only sending lands to my graveyard, and that is frustrating, to say the least. Okay. All right. I mean... yeah. Well, will he stop sending lands? Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, he's had enough. I mean, the funny thing is, if I had, like, I could have killed him at this point if I had drawn some lands. Alright. I mean, we can still... We can still hope. Oh man, if I could draw a land. Oh my god. Oh my god. Land! Land! Land, please! 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 Oh, no! No! No, no, no! And he fucking vanishes my Molder Hulk. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, don't play the Craxus, please. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. That is so devastating. Not like this. Not like this. I need to get him low. I need to get him low. I need to kill him with the Lotleth Giant here. Okay, okay, okay.
Oh, they're overwhelming, aren't they?
Fuck. Oh my god, my balls, man. Oh my god, if that... The Golgari Guildgate. Oh shit. Can we do this? Is there any way we can do this? Ah, man. This is so devastating. Oh my god, I had him. I had this guy. I was gonna take everything from nobody here. Fuck my life.
No one knows the wilds.
Maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a way. No, there's not a way. Nope. Maybe there is. Maybe if he slips. Maybe if he slips. Maybe if he attacks.
You can't.
Maybe if
stop
he attacks
me.
and he doesn't have lethal on me, of course. Does he have lethal on me? Don't tell me you have more explorer dudes. Okay. Yeah, that's game, isn't it? That's game, right? Jesus. Look at his board, it's so small. Attack me. Attack me, please. Just do it. If I kill 2 of them, that's 2 damage. That's 2 damage per unit. Come on, don't be what a little pussy, man. Oh my god. Grow some balls. Let me win the game. Oh, that sucks. Well, it's not meant to be. Oh man, that was so sad. Dude, when I saw the land for a second, I was like, oh my god, let's get a Yu-Gi-Oh! And then it was the Golgari Guildgate. Well, that's one of the perks of running a gate. Ah, that feels bad. That kind of makes me just want to run Forest, man. Just because of that. Oh my lord, that was painful. My heart. That would have been such a oh man. He played right into it like multiple times. It's funny how like the Thief of Sanity felt so devastating at first. I guess I'll keep this. It felt so devastating at first, but then it didn't really do much. It gave him like it didn't really give him anything. Like Liliana, that's pretty cool. Like the fact that like my own cards aren't really good against me. For the most part, right? Alright, let's lead off with the Guildgate. Since we have no turn 1 play anyways, and this hand is pretty awkward. Like, we don't have a play until turn 3, but at least from turn 3 onwards, we curve out pretty well. Though, not gonna lie, it would be nice to draw into a 2-drop. Or even a Stitcher Supplier, like a 1-drop would be more beneficial, actually, because it would enable me to play the Memorial to Folly on turn 2 without having to, you know, feel bad and miss out on turn 3. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Though, hey, at least I'll take this. You know, I could curve out anyways. Man, I literally won that game if I drew, like, any other land. Well, no, that's not true. Like, the problem is I have 6 lands that enter the board tapped, so you can say I was unlucky, but a good portion of my land base is like that, so I'm very, very prone to those sort of top decks. It was still unlucky, but it wasn't like tremendous unlucky, you know. Like I am main decking for Memorial to Follies. I mean, I have to, right? Like I'm playing Molderhook, and the synergy is just outstanding. But yeah, I kind of bit us in the ass there. Not gonna lie. All right, so Demir. Come on, buddy. It's turn 2. It's turn 2. I'm recording a video. Like I would really. Okay. Good job. Well done. I mean, I click on this is not gonna make it any faster because I have no actions, but that, you know, I'm just kind of getting impatient with this guy here, Mr. White Blue. All right, editors. obviously skip these portions in which, you know, nothing is happening. Thank you. Are you alive? Oh, there he is, folks. He did a thing. He did it. He actually did it.
You put one person's trash is another woman's army.
Right, Liliana. Get going. We may eat of Ross's contempt here. The fact that we discarded our Eldest Reborn is, you know, it's very sad. Okay. So I can do several things. I could play Stitcher Supplier. I can wait out a little bit.
Don't get squeamish on me.
I'm gonna set up a board instead. I could have gone for the Underrealm Lich, but I'd rather just swarm here a little bit.
I'm known for my excellent timing. You need to take a time out.
All right.
What is more precious than life? Into the grave with you.
This is hardly my worst.
Alright, so he could play another Teferi, he could go for it again.
I won't hide from the world. We need to move quickly.
Okay.
That didn't pan out.
I have a deliciously morbid idea.
Alright, so with this Midnight Reaper on the board,
You know what? I'm not done yet.
we're in a situation in which we can refuel if he does that, yeah.
Into the grave with you.
Alright, so he could have a Ross's Contempt.
I'll actually try next time.
So obviously, like we have him at range
Keep up the
at
pace.
this point from a Lotleth giant, but obviously he could have a counter spell. Main deck the rest. All right, this is our chance. This is our chance. We have to set it up. We have to set it up so that we kill him next turn. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. But if we play the Glowspore Shaman, we can put a land on top of our deck, which means that we can set up the Lotleth Giant kill next turn. So we need to play you first. And we need to play the Glowspore Shaman, drop that, and then, yeah. We need him to not pick up a counter spell, which is obviously easier said than done. Because he has a bunch of draws.
Hurry!
Let's see if he picks it up here. That's not a counter spell. I wonder if he sees it coming. That's not. Like, unless it's a syncopate, if that's a moment of craving. Oh! Oh my god! That was. Oh, I got that on a video. Oh, baby, let's go. All right. I guess a little bit of redemption from that second game. How much is that? 40 minutes. All right, I think 40 minutes for 3 games. Jesus Christ. That's been intense. Oh my god, I just came. Oh, leave a like for some Lotleth Giant swag, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoy some zombies. And that's all I gotta say. Have a soul day. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Bye.